Man, I ain't been the same since. Better love him while you here, that's just my 2 cents. No intense, no cap, no cap. Now I'm counting cash, stacking paper, I'm just playing defense. Get out the way, the way. Yeah, I'm getting rich, counting up with my clique. I used to couldn't. Always been never been a little jit. Always had a fly fit, always had a little grit. Since a youngin' had to throw my guard up. They was tryna plot on me, but they gotta think smarter. Clown on me, so I ball like Coach Carter. And they told me go harder. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was down bad, brought my tears dry, couldn't cry. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was on the corner broad day, but I had to make the play. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was by any means counting green with the team. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was headed down the wrong path, but I'm glad I made it back. Remember hitting that corner store? I was buying chips 4 for 4. Now we ain't gotta cop that 3 for 10. Got lost plenty men. We used to talk about driving Benz. I remember with Kenny and them. The sauce we didn't run, man, that was so fun. Now we on the road, bro. Balenciaga Polo. Rockin' shows them global. See it like GoPro. That goofy, the no-go. My they gon' go if I say so. They say we live in goals, bro. And we never switched on the code. And now my baguette, they drown. Flying models and out of town. Haters look at me, they frown. They wanna be walking around with the frown. Now I'm overseas making pounds. And I own my town. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was down bad, brought my tears dry, couldn't cry. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was on the corner broad day, but I had to make the play. I wouldn't have it any other way. By any means, count green with the team. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was headed down the wrong path, but I'm glad I made it back. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was down bad, brought my tears dry, couldn't cry. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was on the corner broad day, but I had to make the play. I wouldn't have it any other way. By any means, count green with the team. I wouldn't have it any other way. I was headed down the wrong path, but I'm glad I made it back.
Kid Ocean.
Ha! Elo, you scream, this Venus, I might tell a collar Water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap, 20,000 on the visa. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as they be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, them clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and you speak. Don't drink a bun on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean street. I still got Ace from the teacher. Stepped out on the floor, I had hate from the bleach. Rain the alarm, it was 2 minutes. I ship it off like a message. Time to heat this up, what's the temperature? For some reason, they all on my cellular. I can't lose, so don't be a competitor. Whipping 392s, not the Teslas. It's a habit hustling on the regular. Ain't know that was your. Like how my neck look like a chandelier. I mean how my neck look like a chandelier. Drop 2,500 just on some gear. I don't you know my pill. I'm 10 steps ahead, too far from the real. I slow, but I see that clear. Man above only man that I feel. Leveled up, we in 2 different tiers. Lost so much just in 2 different years. Yeah, I hide in my bag, now I'm gone. Ain't no way I can cap in my songs. Free new birds till they send them my home. Where I'm from, gotta keep you. All the hating, I don't condone. Smelling strong like a cologne. In my zone, I can't pick up the phone. I'm grown, I may CEO. You scream, this Venus, I might tell a collar Water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap, 20,000 on the visa. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and you speak. Don't drink a bun on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean street. I still got Ace from the teacher. Stepped out on the floor, I had hate from the bleach. Rain the alarm, it was 2 minutes sick. We ain't the same, man, I'm one of a kind. You ain't my slime, you ain't one of my guys. Recognize risky, the fake in disguise. Think I was pain in my eyes. Wondering why they be telling these lies. Ain't no goodbye, straight to cutting these ties. Mama say praying always to be wise. I hope they don't test me. I always been smart, never needed a tutor. Plus I'm street smart, keep up. Benjamin Knox, get my pockets a tumor. Got used to ballin', but I ain't no hooper. Can't go outside, got be here from my junior. Can't go out bad, I stay like a trooper. I do the dash, woo, 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 there's a trooper. Cartier's on, I see wealth in my future. I cannot cat this real life on the track. I came in through the back, Louis V on my back. Sharp as a tack, these shoes cost me a rack. I said, let's just see sending them back. Feel like I'm winning, I need me a plaque. Live life like a lineman, I need me a. Right beside me, this Cody and Zach. Gotta ran it up like you saying on the track. This you scream. Venus, I might tell a collar water on water, Katrina right there like it's tennis, no cap, 20,000 on the down. I just pulled up with a diva, she bougie as. They be leeching, they say that it's cheaper to keep her, it's cheaper to leave her. Italian linen, I'm clean as a priest. I need no features, no cap when I'm preaching these facts and speaks. Dolce & Gabbana on the back of my sneakers. This on my own, just like Ace from the clean street. I still got Ace from the teacher. Stepped out on the floor, I hang from the bleach. Right now, alarm, it was too many sleep. Right now, alarm, it was too many sleep. Right now, alarm, it was too many sleep. Ha, ha. Right now, alarm, it was too many sleep.
Crack the code to the safe. Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil. Crack the code to the safe. Rollin' out a chance on the heist. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Make me fold. Can't make me fold. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil. Crack the code to the safe. Rollin' out a chance on the heist. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Make me fold. Can't make me fold. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold.
Call me Mr. 20 mil, cause that's how I feel. Don't gotta rock designer clothes, boy, to get them. They be running like a heel, cause I keep it real, but still can't hear a thing. I'm trying to put these VVS's in my chains, trying to put these citrines on my rings. Woo. Tanzanite, smoky chords, handles all the vibes. You ain't woke, boy, I see it in your eye. Gotta say these, they ain't trying to pay it. I'm the best emotionally, they wearing, cause my words hitting through their chest. This you can't step on, you need some stronger Teflon. I deserve it cause I earned it cause I deserve it. Only man living with a purpose. Take the lead and turn them kings and queens to them gods. Service fee at 20 million after million, y'all.
Hard to hear you when my mind's on 20 mil. Crack the code to the safe. Rollin' out a chance on the heist. I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold. Make me fold. Can't make me fold.
Nah.
I'm solid as gold. Yeah, it's kinda tough to make me fold.
Got me feeling like a dog when I
2K Sports checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Utah, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, the home of the Jazz. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Greg Anthony and Brett Berry, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Pass to Nurkic. Rebounded by the Jazz.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Mitchell. Now Gobert. Just 5 on the clock. Here's O'Neal. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. The shot by Powell, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Here's Mitchell. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. A beautiful reverse layup. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
And footwork really so important. Donovan threads the drive there with such grace.
Stolen by Michael Conley. And it's Mitchell missing. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Gobert pulls it in. At the elbow, Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Lillard with the bucket.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Mitchell. Following the score by Damian Lillard. 6 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Takes it off the glass. Mitchell's got 6.
And man, does Mitchell get buckets, and from everywhere on the floor. A versatile offensive threat.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Conley. Here's Mitchell. Utah getting another chance here. Out to Conley. And it's sent back by Lillard. This one for 3. Conley's shot is off. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up to the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing by 2. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Covington trying to break free. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Nurkic using his body that time, a polished move.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Gobert. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Lillard, following the bucket by the Jazz. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Back to Lillard. Releases. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Lillard's got 8 points. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his first foul. 1:52 left to play here in the first. To the right side. Here's Nurkic. Just 4 to shoot. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Kicks it out to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Pass to Lillard. three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Ingles with the ball. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
It's tipped. A three from McCollum. They get it again. Pass to Powell. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
11 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Conley. Here's Clarkson. But they get it back. Ilyasova. And again, it's Utah.
Even before the ball gets to him, you can see Ilyasova start to position himself, gets his feet set, a good foundation to let it fly.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Jazz lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Here's Niang. Off target with his three.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Utah leading. And now running up the court, Ingles pushing it up.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic getting up there and waiting that rim.
Aston Niang. Now Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Down low. Here's Nurkic. That shot off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Favors at the elbow. Shoots. Tries again. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Favors got the lead up to 6 now for the Jazz. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. O'Neal with it. Now defended by McCollum. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star Damian Lillard said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity is ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A.
What a ferocious finish. Once Mitchell gets some speed behind him, look out. I mean, simply an incredible postseason performance from Donovan Mitchell. The team went out in the first round, but he put the scoring load on his back. One of the best displays of offense I've ever seen in the postseason.
You know, Greg, you look at the numbers that Mitchell put up in that series. Simply amazing.
I mean, he was putting up 40, 50-point games like it was nothing. At times, the guy looked unguardable. Truly one of the young stars to come out of the Orlando bubble. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier season. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And Gobert drops them both. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Out left to the wing. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Outside Anthony. Pulls up on the elbow. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, Carmelo Anthony operating in the mid-range is just danger zone. You got to put your defense at DEFCON 1.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Lillard. And the call will be against George Niang. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum, no good.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And he comes up with the deuce. And now it's a 10-point Jazz lead.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Back to Anthony. Good, nice job down low. Anthony's got 6 in the quarter.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Mitchell with it. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high and the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
And Jones has it in the corner. Gobert with the block. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Jazz leading by 10. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense. Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, like, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. That wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Inside, here's Anthony. A special move before the shot. That's now 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Pass to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. Kept alive. Here's Conley. Lays it up and banks it in. Conley's got the lead up to 12 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they really started to get it closer to the basket.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. The 3 from Anthony. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And Portland making a change here. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Shoots the 3. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Trailblazers trail by 8. Puts it up. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Portland again missing. And here is Conley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Enes Kanter.
And he's got the smarts to take advantage of the shaky defense. Conley's been around the block a few times.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Simon. No good on the last second attempt there. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Utah leading by 10. Right side, Bogdanovich. Back to Mitchell. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Over in the corner, Lillard. Over Conley. No good on the shot. The Jazz go the other way with it. Back to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
It's Powell on the wing. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 13. Pass to Covington. The shot, no good. Ready by Bogdanovich.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And here is Conley. Lock at 6. Back to Gobert. And it goes down 2 points. Gobert's got 8 points.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Here's O'Neal. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Pass to Mitchell. Now here's Gobert. He's guarded by Nurkic. Here's Mitchell. Good on the three-point shot. Mitchell's got 19 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions. The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates, and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell, after Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it was good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David. Back to Mitchell. The 3. Trailblazers trail by 16. Powell with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And the Jazz call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Utah leading by 13. Pass to Ingles. Here's Niang. He's guarded by Nurkic. Now Mitchell. Here's Niang. 16 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. Up the floor. Here's McCollum. Ingles with the rebound. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
Stolen by Mitchell. Out to the wing. Pass to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Yeah, blending that power with quickness. Favors provides his team with some solid interior scoring.
Lillard with the bucket.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field, sometimes he just spikes it instead of shooting.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
1:27 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. Back to Favors. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And the shot goes in. Niang's got his first points in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Powell with the steal. The drive by Nurkic. Takes a 3. And another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Niang. Now Favors. Great D that time from Nurkic. Stolen by Clarkson. Mitchell outside. To the paint. Here's Niang. And Covington sends it back. And the call will be against George Niang. That's foul number 2 for him. And Lillard gets double teamed. And a wide open look for McCollum. A three-pointer, no good.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
And then Favors with the dunk.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And so it's Utah going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Portland has possession. It's a 10-point game. Here's Lillard. Stolen by Clarkson. Mitchell outside. Back to Clarkson. Over McCollum. That's short off the rim. And so Lillard will bring it up to the Trailblazers. Pass to Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Anthony's got it back down to single digits for the Trailblazers. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
To the left side wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Shots good by Clarkson.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Cantor's shot is off.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Ingles with the ball. Back to Gobert. And stolen by Lillard. To the inside. Anthony can't hit. Jazz leading by 9. Inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Back to Conley. Jacks up a 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Jazz leading by 9. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. Down low. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said they've played well in certain areas, but the lack of detail to the defensive boards has allowed their opponent too many second chance opportunities. And that, he said, is the difference in this game. You have to get busy on the glass, Kevin.
Anthony right side. Back to Jones. McCollum outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Back to Conley. Pass to Bogdanovich. Outside Conley. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. And the Jazz lead by 11. Stolen by Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
And that one, good.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Now, here is O'Neal. Pass to Bogdanovich. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
And the Jazz call time here. almost entirely new group here for Portland. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
To the middle. Here's Gobert. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low. They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Now Conley goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Jazz lead by 19.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Jazz.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Donovan Mitchell.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Gobert. There's the triple.
That's the kind of D you want from your big fella Nurkic there. Make sure he is contesting the shot.
And here we go. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook. Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Good read there from Covington. Adept at realizing when to dish it to a teammate.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
At the line for your Jazz, Royce O'Neal.
The first free throw is good. O'Neal hits them both. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability
Better and BOA pulling them bands out. Rockstar from the block, I stand out. Came from nothing, I put my advance on. When I hit the game with my flow, ran out. I'm not your average Joe when I leave the house. I'm rich, I don't shop on no budget. He clutch him, all the youngin' want him a bucket. I hop on his. If I said it, I seen it, I done it. Deal it, nobody, ain't caught nobody, and ain't getting no money. Where I'm from is sports. We looked up to the. Even if won't make it out. My being here, took off like I was on the runway. I'm a star, but still